From a stranger to a friend, we'll come together, together. We'll light up. The powers in our minds, we're gonna light up. Oh, we'll light up. The winds of change will roar, our spirits start to soar. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite. The future's up to us, and every dream we touch. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite. They'll guide us. The path that we design, they're gonna guide us. Guide us. They'll rise up. Innovation will arise. They're gonna rise up. Oh, they'll rise up. The winds of change will roar. Our spirits start to soar. The world is in our sights. 100,000 sparks ignite. The future's up to us, and every dream we touch. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite. We don't play around.
Sorry guys, sorry.
We grew up with the future that's in our hands. Innovated, new crafts, taking over day by day. When we go hard. When we go, you know that we're going hard. When we go, there's no stop. We go hard, we're 100,000 sparks. The winds of change will roar, our spirits start to soar. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite. The future's up to us, and every dream we touch. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite. The winds of change will roar, our spirits start to soar. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite. The future's up to us, and every dream we touch. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite. The winds of change will roar, our spirits start to soar. The world is in our sights, 100,000 sparks ignite.
Baik, itulah video profile dari University of Twente. Menggugah semangat sekali ya videonya. Bahkan saya pun yang lihat videonya jadi pingin untuk sekolah lagi, untuk lanjut ke sekolah lagi nih. Nah, untuk tahu lebih lanjut tentang cara mendaftar ke University of Twente, saat ini kita ada International Relations and Partnership dari University of Twente, Dr. Andes Karin F. Paden Cooper. Hi Karin, how are you? Are you still on mute? Could you please turn your audio on? I think we can't hear you. Okay. Hi Karin. Okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay, sorry. There's a bit of technical problem here. So we are fortunate to have here with us in the International Relations and Partnership from the University of Twente, Dr. Andes Karin F. Paden Cooper, who will share with us an overview of the scholarship program, a partnership between the Ministry of Communication and Informatics and University of Twente. Okay, yes. You can have your share screen. Okay, that's great.
have had an agreement, a contract with MCI Kominfo since 2010. So the University of Twente is in the Netherlands. It's in the east. It's in the city of Enschede. It's down here. Well, first you have to fly from Jakarta to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, which will take you approximately 13 hours. And then you take a train to go across, just straight ahead, a 2-hour ride in one train, and then you are in the city of Enschede. The University of Twente is a research university of technology. So the agreement we have with the Ministry of Communication and Information is focusing on 5 programs that Kominfo has selected. So it's 5 master programs: business information technology, communication science, computer science, interaction technology, and philosophy of science, technology, and society. The majority of these programs are 2-year programs. Business, computer science, and interaction technology are 2-year programs, where in the first year you have your courses and your projects, and in the second year you have to write your thesis. Many times you do lab work, research before you can write your thesis, and sometimes people do internships as well. On the other hand, communication science is a 1-year program that is sometimes, depending on your background, preceded by a pre-master. And the pre-master is different for every individual. It can be 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, or maybe even sometimes a year, depending on your background. The agreement we have with MCI has a value. We offered MCI a 20% tuition fee waiver on a 20% waiver on tuition. So when later on I will give you a slide with a tuition fee, you have to deduct 20% from what you see, what I will show you. So in general, all the admission requirements for master programs, of course, you have to have a bachelor degree, and you also have to have an S1 degree, which is special for Indonesian bachelor degrees, and you have to have at least a 7.0 out of 10 or a 2.7 out of 4 before you will be considered for admission. And of course, it's very important to have your English tests done. You can do 3 different types of tests. We accept, at this moment, we accept even 4 because of the pandemic. So normally, always, we accept the IELTS, but it has to be an academic IELTS. The TOEFL internet-based, TOEFL IBT, and it should be a minimum score of 90. IELTS academic should be a minimum score of 6.5. Because of the pandemic, we also accept the TOEFL IBT home edition test. That is something TOEFL made specifically because now everything to do those tests, it's online from home. And we also accept Cambridge Advanced and Cambridge Proficiency. So the application timeline, there are specific dates. So the first date for September 2021 enrollment, here it says 1 October. So that means as of the 1st of October in 2020, you could have started, but maybe you are just starting today with your application. Now, there's one thing I have to say, which it says here in this italics here, for business information technology, computer science, and interaction technology, you have to pay an application fee of €100. So please make sure when you apply for these programs, you immediately have to pay this €100. You have to submit your application. You have to finish everything before the 1st of May. So that's next May. May 2021, you must have submitted your application for admission at the university. So then, as of the moment, if it's tomorrow or in March or in April, as soon as you upload as many documents as you can, the UT can start assessing if you can be admitted, yes or no. So the sooner you do this, the sooner you will know if you are accepted. The deadline after this assessment, now let's start from the positive side and you will be admitted. So at the moment you're admitted, you have until the 1st of June to say, okay, I'm really coming. And we call that the offer of admission for you to be accepted. As soon as you say, okay, I'm coming, I have been admitted and I want to study at the University of Twente in the Netherlands, the visa process can start. So latest on the 15th of June, the visa department will send you questions and you will have had to reply to those questions before the 15th of June. Another thing is that you have to pay the visa fees. In the Netherlands, a student cannot apply for a visa with immigration by yourself. A university must do this. So you must pay the amount of cost for a visa. Every university asks the same amount because it's a fixed amount by the government and it's €197 you have to pay immediately so that we can start applying for this visa. When you have done so, you will also be put in touch with the housing department, so you will get an offer for furnished accommodation. Before the 15th of July, you have to upload all the documents that are needed to obtain the visa. And then the UT will have finished with you by that time, and it will take approximately 3 weeks for immigration to prepare the visa that you will have to go and get yourself at the embassy in Jakarta. The 1st of September is the deadline to submit all final certified photocopies. So if you have your bachelor degree is still in preparation at your university in Indonesia, just make sure that before the 1st of September, you have a certified copy of your bachelor degree that you can send in to complete the application. And then we will be expecting you approximately around the 20th of August to start with kick-in. We call it kick-in. That's the introduction to the university with all the fun and all the courses. The courses itself will start on 6th September 2021. So this is the application procedure. You will get Kominfo will prepare a copy of this whole presentation in PDF for you, so you can look back at it. I just want to tell you that the most important things are, first of all, when you start your application, you will see 2 ICT tools. The one here up at the top is called Study. And Study Link is the national ICT tool for higher education. And from Study Link, you will be directed to Osiris, and Osiris is the university ICT tool. So don't worry, you will get into 2 different tools. About the money The master degree for communication science is 12,500 euros per year, and the master of 16,250 euros per year. So that will be multiplied by 2. But please don't forget, 20% will be deducted because we have this fabulous agreement with MCI, Kominfo. Also, don't forget that every year there is an increase of 1.25% of tuition fees, which has to do with inflation. The cost of living are a total approximately 12,000 euros for 1 year. This consists of housing. You have to, you probably live in furnished housing, which is a little more expensive than if it was an empty room or an empty house where you have to buy all the furniture yourself. So that would be the housing would be per month somewhere between 400 and up to 700 per month, depending on the luxury you want. Books and supplies 600, but it could change depending on the program. If you have to buy a particular software, for example, it could be a little more. Everybody will buy a bicycle because that's the way we all get around in the Netherlands. Transportation costs that are mentioned here of 600 depend on what you want to do and what you can do regarding the COVID pandemic, of course. Because today it's you can travel to Berlin, for example, but it's you cannot travel to London because of the pandemic today. Your visa permit, you have to pay that upfront, like I told you, which is 192 euros that you have to pay yourself before you can enter the university. So let me see. For the tuition fees, you have to prove that you have this. And what you need is the MCI Kominfo Grant Award letter. The letter that MCI makes for you, which states that you obtained the scholarship and you are a recipient of the MCI grant. This is the visa fees, again, that you have to pay upfront because it's important that you realize this. The sooner you have paid this, the sooner we can, the university can apply for your visa. This is the last slide. On the 11th, 12th, and 13th of March, so that is it within not even 2 weeks from today, we have the open days. So you can go there and you'll have a lot of fun. There are lots of professors who will talk about the programs. You will see the university. There's lots of videos. And it's for 3 days long. So you can come on and get off when you want. And maybe you have seen also that Henny is with us today. She has been replying questions in the chat. And she is also in charge of our Facebook page for UT Indonesia. So you can ask her questions all the time in Facebook of the university. And we also have a very small page with some student ambassadors talking on utwente.nl/Indonesia in Bahasa. So we hope that you will be coming to the University of Twente, take a look at our programs, and don't forget to check the online open days where you will ask many and be able to ask all the questions you want at any time. And so many people will be really happy to meet you, even if it's online. So thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to welcome you through this presentation.